Ladies and gentlemen, leading up to this America 250th celebration, the left really was attempting to do basically anything they can to try and divide people, make people as miserable as they are, I guess, in order to not celebrate this momentous occasion. In New York, for example, Zohar Mamdani delivered a terrible speech that had more to do with dividing people and continuing with his same campaign rhetoric of it's the evil rich who are the problem and we need to stop them. And while at the same time in Times Square, he banned the public from being able to go see the celebrations. You also had in DC anti-Trump protesters marching, carrying large Constitution Declaration banners chanting 8647. On top of that, you had the race grifters, of course, Al Sharpton's out there telling black people, hey, don't go out there and celebrate America 250. Don't celebrate 250 years of this country, black people, because you're still oppressed. And so you had all of that coming from every angle from the left, and none of it worked, ladies and gentlemen. Even with the weather delay, that did not stop people from showing up as the crowd chanted USA when Trump took the stage. And so we got a lot to get into, ladies and gentlemen. As always, smash that thumbs up button. That's the best way to let me know you enjoyed the content. For more, subscribe to the channel. Let's start right here.
Good evening, America. If you think that was easy, it wasn't. And I want to thank everybody because they did the right thing. They saw lightning, and I said, there's no way if we have to speak in front of one person at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be here. There's no way we can be deterred. And they estimated they had 375,000 people before everybody had to leave. And they now have 150,000 people. It's the craziest thing anyone's ever seen. At least. And I want to just thank you, and I feel so badly about some people. They left and they couldn't get back. But you're very special people, and we have a very special country. Thank you very much. My very brilliant people backstage said, don't worry about it, sir. We can do it maybe next week. I said, it doesn't work next week. This is the big day. We want July 4th. We're not looking for July something else. Because this is the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Nothing like it. For 2.5 centuries, our American republic has stood as the crowning achievement of human history. This country is the home of freedom. This is the land of liberty. And this is a flag that's the banner of the most extraordinary, most exceptional, most incredible nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And we're doing better now than we've ever done before. No people have done more good, shown more courage, made more progress, righted more injustice, or achieved more greatness than you, the American people. For 250 years, the United States of America has been the hope, the promise, the light, and the glory among all of the nations of the world. All over the world, they try and be like us. Nobody can be like us, and with God's help, we will always be this or even better. We're going to be better. Here on our National Mall, we're celebrating freedom's triumph over tyranny, liberty's conquest over oppression, and the enduring victory of the American spirit from the July 4th, 1776 to July 4th, 2026. Big dates. That's big dates. Two big ones. And tonight our country is stronger, freer, richer, safer, and prouder than ever before.
I wanted to spend time in this video really kind of highlighting a lot of the positives of what people had to say about the 250th birthday of the country, because the left really did everything they could to try and divide people during the celebration because of their Trump derangement syndrome, and it didn't work. And so, I mean, like, just check this out, for example. You had Al Sharpton, like I said, you know you're going to get the race grifters, the race hustlers out there with something like this, they were bound to be out there, the race hustlers, the Al Sharptons of the world. And so this comes from a business owner, a black American, and he said, Al Sharpton, I did not listen to your demand. You told black people and black business owners not to celebrate America's 250th birthday. I refused, and today, on America's birthday, I am proud to celebrate with my America 250 pancake box honoring George Washington and this great nation. I am black. I own a food company, and Cousin T's is proudly celebrating America's 250th birthday. Yes, I know America has a history of slavery. I also know I am not a slave, and I am not a victim. You can keep trying to reduce George Washington's entire legacy to slavery, but I refuse to do that. George Washington helped build this country. He helped lay the foundation for America. Without him, this nation would not be what it is today. America is not perfect, but it's still the greatest country on earth. Millions of people around the world would give anything for the freedoms and opportunities we have here. I love this country. I'm thankful to be an American, and I will never apologize for celebrating America. And so you had people like that who were proud. Like I said, you had a lot of race grifters trying to get black people not to celebrate this country and America's 250 because of the history of slavery, and saying, well, we's not free still, we still oppressed. So you had that whole narrative going on, but you had people from all walks of life. And so check some of this out. This is a man, U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant, I'm not going to say his name correctly, Dakaria Sangre, just received his American citizenship at Mount Vernon on 4th of July. And so just listen to what he has to say, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out.
I've loved this country since I first got here, so it's amazing. I've been in the Marine Corps for almost 6 years now. I've been deployed, a lot of field ops. It's just an amazing feeling, man. It's just amazing. Thank you for taking the time to interview me. Thank you. I'm from Guinea, West Africa. I came here when I was a little kid. I went to school. I graduated high school. I went to Military Magnet Academy. It's a small school in North Charleston. It's a military school. After that, I went to college a little bit, student loans. So I was like, okay, let me join the military. I always wanted to join the military. Joined the military, ended up working out great for me. I promoted to sergeant in less than 3 years. I got accepted into the Commandant's Retention Program, right? So that's amazing. I've just been blessed. It's been a long time. I want to say thank God. Thank my parents. My parents work hard. Shout out to my mom. She came here, self-employed, worked her butt off, man, to get me here and give me this opportunity. So I want to say thank you, Mom. If you're watching, thank you. My stepdad, amazing man. He's at work right now. He works double shifts. Just thank you, man, for making me the man I am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shout out to my unit, AIB, WIFIC. Hey, what's up, brothers? They should be here today, but I only got 2 invitations. But hey, thank you, American Dream.
Wow, American Dream. And so check this one out. We got another one. This comes from Sly Stallone. Happy 250th America. 50 years ago, Rocky proved that impossible dreams can become reality if you're willing to get up every time life knocks you down. Take a listen to this.
I want to wish this country a happy 250th anniversary. America is the finest. I remember when Rocky came out on the 200th anniversary, and it was a miracle. I never expected it, but only in this country can something like that occur. So I'm incredibly grateful. It's provided me an amazing wife, amazing children, and an amazing belief that miracles can happen.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that the positive, the patriotism coming from people, different backgrounds, respecting and honoring and cherishing that they are citizens of this country, that they get to enjoy all the benefits of being American citizens and enjoy everything that comes along with living in this country and being able to enjoy the rights and the freedoms. And so let's get into this next part, ladies and gentlemen, because not everybody feels that way, obviously. And so I wanted to show you the other side. And let's go to this chart because it really kind of says it all about the mind of the left, Democrats, of how they think when it comes to their pride and their appreciation for this country. And so I want you guys to check this out. And so let's go and check this out, ladies and gentlemen, because we got pride in being an American. And this is what I'm talking about right here. People really don't appreciate what they have. And unfortunately, the reality is, and this may be what we're seeing in New York City right now with them drifting off towards embracing socialism. Sometimes it takes you losing something or having to experience something in worse condition till you understand for some people at least, to understand and appreciate what they really had the whole entire time. Some people are just like that, unfortunately. We all know somebody like that who never appreciates what they have in life. They never appreciate the things that have been given to them until it's gone, until it's been taken from them. And then when they no longer have it and they have to deal and live life without that thing that they're so comfortable and so used to having, then suddenly they become so appreciative and they understand how great it is for the circumstances and the situation that they're in this whole entire time. That's Democrats in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. And so let's check this out real quick. You got Republicans really don't move that much throughout the years 2001 through the Bush administration, all the way in 2001, through the Obama administration, 2008, through Trump's first administration, through Biden, and back through Trump. We got 2001 and 2025. And you can see, for the most part, you can just look at the graph and tell, not really much of a shift, not much of a drastic change, not much differentiation between 2001 when it was a Republican, 2008 when Obama, 2020 even when Biden came, it came to its lowest, which was still relatively high, all things considered. And so what this really tells me when you look at the Republicans is that how proud Republicans are to be an American is not dictated by who is in office. It's more than the presidential seat. But then you look at Democrats. Take a look at this. Bush administration, 87. And then it continues to drop, continues to drop, continues to drop, continues to drop, to the point where you get Obama in 08 and it's down to 78. Now, you would think under Obama that this is the point in time in history where Democrats, they're immensely proud to be Americans. But think again, it never even comes to match Republicans at that same period of time. By the time you get to the end of Obama's presidency in 2015, it's down to 80, which is lower than what they thought in 2001 under Bush. And so even with their messiah, Barack Hussein Obama, Democrats still find themselves not proud to be Americans. And what that really tells me is nothing is ever enough for Democrats, for the left. It's always going to be something else that they want, something else that they feel like they deserve or that they're entitled to. And so right now they feel like they're entitled to taxing the rich and taking from those who have more. Government should take care of them and make sure that they provide so that way they can live happier lives. Even if they get that in some utopia, they still will want something else. Then it'll be something else. And then obviously under the Trump administration, it dropped all the way down, started to climb a little bit back under Biden, and then obviously back down to 36, where it's at right now under President Trump. And so what we have are a lot of ungrateful people in this country, really ungrateful, mostly on the left, as we can see. A lot of ungrateful people on the left who feel entitled to basically believing they should have everything they could imagine. And so let's get into this, because while we got these World Cup games going on, ladies and gentlemen, something that has been happening has been this discovery of how immensely lucky we are, number one, to be able to have just what's normal to us is extraordinary to those who are not from this country and don't get to live it every day. And so let's get into this. I want you guys to take a look at this.
Economics estimates that more than 1 million international visitors are traveling here to watch their teams play, and they're sending word back home about what they're actually finding. Guess what? The word is good. This isn't just one media outlet's take. ABC News, Fox, Yahoo Sports, local stations from Boston to Houston, they've all been chasing the same story. Foreign fans raving about America. And it's not the postcard stuff. It's the ordinary stuff. As a University of Florida tourism researcher told ABC News, what we consider ordinary is often extraordinary to visitors. Free ice, free refills, 24-hour everything, the sheer scale of a Walmart. One Englishman posted from inside a Walmart, amazed that he could buy car parts, a flat-screen TV, and a rifle all under one roof. Buc-ee's is being toured like a theme park. A Swede in a 10-gallon hat bought at Buc-ee's declared his love for beef jerky and the cowboy style. Ranch dressing, such a sensation that the TSA actually had to post a reminder that ranch is technically a liquid, so pack it in your check bag. Scottish fans so thoroughly adopted Boston that locals jokingly called it New Scotland. They woke up a neighborhood with bagpipes at 6:30 in the morning. Guess what? The neighbors loved it. In Lawrence, Kansas, residents carved the Algerian flag into a lawn to welcome visiting fans. Some Alabama firefighters gave foreign tourists a station tour and sent them home with free gear. The part that stops you cold isn't the food or the stores. It's what they say about us. One British fan's video put it bluntly: we owe America a huge apology, because he said America is nothing like the media told him it would be. Similarly, a Scottish woman with the Tartan Army, near tears in her post from Boston, said they'd come expecting the tense, angry country that they see in the news. Instead, she said they found the America we were promised growing up. Think about that. They arrived braced for the worst. They only knew what their screens showed them. And then they met us. What they discovered is what we already know, that the country, for all of our imperfections, is still a pretty friendly, welcoming, generous place, full of wonders, natural and man-made, open to anybody who shows up. So here's the birthday message on our 250th. The polls, they measure Washington. The visitors are measuring us. And the gap between those two things might be the most American story there is. So tonight, when the fireworks go up, remember that millions of strangers, they came here this summer not sure what they would find, and we mingled with them. And they left telling the world that we're not who they thought we were. We're better. 250 years on, in the gospel of soccer, football, if you will, it has spread across America, and America is sending a message the other way. We're still a pretty cool place. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, but nonetheless, you still have those on the left who want to cry and complain and march for nothing because they want to say that their rights are being taken away. They want to complain and they want to cry that their life sucks because they're too lazy or they're not disciplined enough or they don't have the ambition or the drive, or some of them just believe that they're just entitled to what others have worked for. And so when you have Zohran Mamdani, and we're going to get into this, and so when you have Zohran Mamdani come along and tell them and whisper sweet nothings in their ear that it's the rich, it's the wealthy, they're the ones who are taking so much and leaving so little. The oldest trick in the book, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, pitting those against each other based on class. Hey, those rich people over there, they're the ones who are making your life so tough. I mean, oldest trick in the book, but yeah, it's worked time and time again, and we're seeing it work again. We have Zohran Mamdani. And so I want to get into this because you got Spencer Pratt. He was the candidate, we remember, coming out of Los Angeles running for mayor. Unfortunately, it might have been some trickery going on in the race out there, but he ended up not winning, but still has not been silent. And he had a lot to say when it came to the Ugandan mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani, and the 4th of July stunt that he pulled at the founding father's desk. And so I want you to take a listen to Spencer Pratt. Check this out. Pretty powerful.
We all had to sit and watch that vile commie mayor sit on the wrong side of our founding father's desk to try and lecture us about our own history. Notice how the communist always attacks your history. The communists must attack your history. Why? Because history is what anchors you. It's what makes us attached to something. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. History breeds an almost irrational attachment to things, an attachment that is more powerful than anyone can imagine. Erasing history is how you demoralize people, how you unmoor them and detach them from their society so you can take it from them and rewrite it in your image. Think of your country like a home. What makes your home special? It's not the marble countertops or the expensive furniture or the fancy appliances. It's the memories you have there. That backyard is where we got married. That living room rug is where our son took his first step. Hey, don't touch that. That was his first teddy bear. It doesn't matter how torn and tattered that thing is. You will never get rid of it. And you will fight anyone who tries to take it away. Why? Because you have history with it. You ever buy a new home? Remember those first few months? Even the first few years there, it doesn't feel like home. It could be a million times nicer than the crappy apartment you came from, but it doesn't feel like home for a long time because you don't have have history there. It's easy to knock down some walls, change the floor plan. If you have no memories to attach you to it, it's just wood and drywall. Who cares? Get rid of it. Memories make it a home, even the bad ones. Hey, remember when Dad hit his head on the rafter in the attic and we spent all night in the ER? That's the avocado tree I fell out of and broke my first bone. Isn't it weird how even the bad memories make us cherish a place? It's not like we long for those bad times, but bad times are part of what makes us stronger, a part of what makes us who we are. How can you resent those memories without fundamentally resenting who you are? History is so important to humans that even bad memories anchor us to our home. And that's what the communist always starts with, the bad memories. Oh, we could get rid of that little story. We can knock down that statue. We could change the name of that street. That's a bad memory from our history. You don't want that memory hanging around. You're not a bigot, right? And slowly but surely, this wall comes down, then that wall gets sledgehammered. The rafter where Dad hit his head, that's gone. The rub where your son took his first step, that's gone. The gash in the wood floor where you stomped the glass on your wedding ceremony, that's gone and replaced with shiny vinyl planks. And now you've got a brand new home with no memories. Now what? Do you care what they do with it? Do you care what color they paint the walls? Nah, do whatever you want. I don't care. I have no attachment to it. I have no memories with that. You love your home because of the memories you have there. And that's why the communist always must destroy your memories, destroy your history. If the communist wishes to take your home, he must first destroy your memory of it so he can erase your attachment to it and demoralize you. Mao destroyed what he called the four olds: old ideas, old culture, old customs, and old habits. If you call them olds, it makes them sound bad. You don't want that old thing. Get rid of it. But it is fundamentally human nature to cherish your history. We crave learning about our history, where we came from, who our ancestors were. That's human. But communism is an evil, anti-human religion, so it must destroy what makes us human. The communist destroys your history so he can take your home and rebuild it in his image. That's why it's your patriotic duty to celebrate today unashamed. It's okay to love America. Not only is it okay to love America, it's necessary to love America. We are the only bulwark against tyranny on this earth. When Europe descends into madness time and time again, it's our sons who cross the oceans to fight and die for freedom and human dignity. We don't let evil people destroy our history and rewrite it in their image. This is Independence Day. It's not just a number on the calendar. Don't say Happy 4th. That's commie gobbledygook.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
We say Independence Day. Today, we celebrate the men who reclaimed a beautiful slice of this earth and claimed it for God, for the values of freedom and rugged independence. Our history is messy. Our history is violent. Fuck yeah, it is. And that's why we love it. We aren't cowards. We don't turn our backs on the painful memories because they make us who we are. Be proud of our country, damn it. America is the birthplace of every great invention of the last 250 years. Like literally everything. Airplanes, spaceships, internet, telephones. As a country, we are batting 1,000. Not only is it a miracle that this radical experiment in self-governance even survived past 1776, but we are the champions of the world. Be proud of that. Be proud of your history. Millions of your ancestors fought and died to preserve it. Commie Mamdani's ancestors never bled for this country. He has no history here, so he has no attachment to our home. He has no place to rewrite our history and lecture us about what our country stands for. So celebrate today. Show some American pride. Honor your history. Raise your flag. Raise a finger and say, fuck you, communists. This is our home and you can't have it. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. God bless America.
So I'm gonna leave right here all of the positivity that came out of America's 250th celebration. Despite the left's greatest attempts to try and divide people, make people hate celebrating the 250 years of this country simply because it's flawed. It's not perfect. It has its dark times. Yes, it's true. America hasn't always lived up to being its very best. But the one thing you cannot say is it did not continuously work towards being better. And it's still doing that today. It's still doing that today. Unfortunately, you have those who just don't appreciate it for what it is and everything that it has given them just by simply being able to say that they are an American. Those are my thoughts in the update. Now I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below. I appreciate when you guys chime in. Don't forget, you enjoy the content. Smash that thumbs up for more. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.